Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ask an Action Coach. And we are now up to step 10 towards riches from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And step 10 is all about, shall we say, charisma and magnetism.
That's an excellent way to put that.
Thank you. So what is charisma and what is magnetism and how is it important on the path to riches?
Right. So charisma and magnetism is really about attracting people to you, right?
Okay.
Just like a magnet, it's about attracting people to you. And there are lots of ways to do that, but getting back to the very basics, there's a couple things you can do, right? Like a firm handshake.
Mm.
I know in the current times we're in, there's a lot of feelings about handshakes and things like that. For some of us, it's an automatic, right?
Yep.
So when you're thinking about a handshake if you're choosing to give someone a handshake or shake someone's hand, one of the things you want to make sure you do is that it's firm.
Yep.
It's not kind of wimpy and, like this. It's firm. And especially for women, it's firm because that shows confidence, that shows respect. I see a lot of people doing this, right?
Wow.
So when someone does this, it makes me think, I'm not going to kiss your hand. So you want to make sure it's a firm handshake.
The thing that I've been noticing lately that I have done is I look people in the eye when I shake their hand. And I haven't always been that way, but in the past 5 or 10 years, it's become really important to me. And when they don't look me back in the eye, I wonder why.
Right. Because that also shows confidence. It also shows respect. So there's lots of things that go on with a firm handshake especially when you look someone in the eye. So that's number one. The other one is really listening to learn versus listening to respond. Really listening to understand the other person. Right. So people who are very charismatic and they're very magnetic, if you notice, they treat someone as if they're the only person in the room. So that's one of the things is just listening to learn versus listening to respond.
Listening with our entire bodies is really important too.
Yes.
I mean, body language is such a powerful tool in, generating that kind of magnetism, I think.
Yes, as is tone of voice, right? So the tone of voice you use. It also is, if you're soothing, if you're approachable, those are all pieces of charisma and magnetism, right? If people want to be around you, that's how you'd know.
Exactly.
Right. So really the real big tip is be interested, not interesting.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think that's sort of the icing on the cake when it comes to charisma and magnetism.
Yes, exactly. So what's one thing, those of you out watching this, what's one thing you're going to do to help increase your magnetism or charisma? Because it'll be much easier to do business with other people if you can practice. And it's all about practice, right? None of us are perfect when we do it the first time, or we're hesitant, or we haven't done it for a while. Just start to practice and you'll find it gets a lot easier.
Yep. I love that. I love the idea of practice. I love the idea of sort of warming yourself up with charisma and magnetism and seeing where it can take you. So thank you. You're coaching me even through these Ask an Action Coach sessions, and I love
Excellent.
that. So thank you very much. If you're out there and you have a question you'd like to ask an Action Coach, go ahead and click on the link above. We'd love to hear your comments too. Thank you very much, Jackie. We will see you next time.
Sounds good.